It will only reward those who show up day after day, long after motivation disappears. Pain is the price of growth. Doubt is the shadow of ambition. But persistence is the weapon that will break through both. The life you want is waiting behind the walls you refuse to climb. Discipline does not need inspiration. Discipline is a choice you make when your body says stop, but your heart knows you can do more. Discipline is what will separate the dreamers from the doers. There will always be reasons to wait. There will always be excuses to pause. But the clock will keep ticking whether you move or stand still. The future will belong to the ones who take action today. You were not born to stay silent. You were not born to stay small. You were born to fight for the life that sets your soul on fire. You were born to chase greatness until the world can no longer ignore your name. Victory starts long before the world sees it. Success begins the moment you decide to stop accepting less. Growth is born in silence, carved by discipline, and proven through action. The world will challenge you every step forward. It will demand more than you think you can give. It will try to break you with setbacks and drown you in self-doubt. But strength is built the moment you refuse to break. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. Excuses are the enemies of growth. Time is the only currency you cannot earn back, so every second wasted is a step away from your future. The hardest roads create the strongest minds. The darkest nights create the brightest souls. The most painful losses shape the fiercest warriors. The journey will not be fair, but it will be worth it. You do not rise by chance. You rise by choice. You rise by showing up when no one believes you can. You rise by trusting the process even when the results remain invisible. You were made to go beyond limits. You were made to turn dreams into reality. You were made to leave behind the world of excuses and enter the world of action.
They never saw what burned behind your eyes. They only saw your silence and mistook it for weakness. But they never knew how loud your thoughts were. How every single day you fought a battle inside your mind and still chose to stand. They never noticed the weight you carried behind your smile. The effort it took to show up when everything inside you screamed to disappear. But you did, again and again. Not for applause, not for recognition, but because something in you refused to break. There were days you questioned everything. Days where hope felt like a lie. Days when quitting seemed easier than breathing. But you didn't. You held on. Sometimes with faith. Sometimes with rage. Sometimes with nothing but the memory of who you used to be before the world tried to make you forget. You remembered. And that was enough to keep going. Pain taught you things peace never could. It showed you the truth about people. It revealed the truth about yourself. You stopped chasing validation. You stopped shrinking to make others comfortable. You stopped giving your time to those who only took. And when they left, you learned to be alone without being empty. You found power in solitude, strength in your scars, wisdom in your wounds. Now look at you, still standing, still rising, still becoming. You've come too far to turn around. The storm didn't destroy you, it shaped you. And everything ahead of you is waiting for the version of you that no longer needs to prove anything to anyone. Because now you know, you were always enough. You were always capable. And this fire inside you, it was never meant to burn you. It was meant to light your way. They called it impossible because they could not imagine the strength it takes to rebuild from ashes. But you never needed their imagination. You had your own. While others measured success in applause, you measured it in survival. Every time life tried to bury you, you became your own rescue.
It will not offer you greatness. It waits to see who dares to take it, who dares to rise. Not once, not twice, but every single time they fall, rise when the weight is unbearable. Rise when the doubt screams louder than hope. Rise because it is the only way forward. Your voice matters. Your fire matters. Even when they ignore it, even when they mock it, you are not made to be understood by those who gave up. You were made to awaken those who forgot how to fight. Let the pain be fuel. Let the rejection become power. Let the fear remind you that you are close to something worth fighting for. The easy path is empty. The hard path holds everything. So walk with purpose. Speak with conviction. Live like you are building something that cannot be broken, because you are, and no one can take that from you. There are days when everything feels distant, when the dreams seem like whispers and the fight inside you feels like it's fading. But those are the days that define you. Not the ones where everything goes right, but the ones where you show up anyway. The ones where you stand tall with shaking hands and tired eyes. This journey was never meant to be smooth. Mountains are not climbed without scraped hands. Legends are not born from comfort. They are shaped in silence, in effort, in resilience that never gets praised. But you are still moving, still breathing, still rising. Doubt will try to anchor you. Fear will try to paralyze you. But they are only voices. And your actions will always speak louder. Keep going when no one believes. Keep going when no one claps. Keep going when the results are not visible. Because you are not planting seeds for the day. You are planting a future that will echo beyond you. Every step matters. Every effort counts. You are building more than strength. You are building legacy. So dig deeper. Hold stronger. Speak louder. And never forget who you are when the world tries to make you forget. This is your path, and you are enough to walk it.
There is a kind of strength that grows in silence. The kind that doesn't shout, doesn't boast, doesn't seek validation. It's the strength born in the shadows, in the long nights where no one sees your tears, in the quiet moments when you want to give up, but you don't. Life will not always offer comfort. Sometimes it will test you without mercy, strip you of what you thought you needed, push you until your legs shake and your hope feels thin. But those are the moments where transformation begins, not in ease, but in resistance, not in comfort, but in challenge. You have walked through fires that no one else felt. You have carried burdens that were invisible to the world, and yet here you are, breathing,